There's lots of great characters in the series. What was your favourite character other than your own from the series?
Oh, you can't say that. I can't possibly say that. There are too many that we like too much.
Thank you so much for sitting down with us today. Very excited to have you. So first question, obviously you've been already in the franchise, but for you guys, what was it like kind of becoming part of the Downton family?
Very exciting.
Great,
Yeah,
yes.
it was exciting. It's great to be part of it. But we're also aware that, we're just part of one thing. That they've been doing it for years and years. Mm-hmm. And also to get a very good script and good characters to play was also very satisfying.
Are you here for dinner, Mama? It's a buffet.
Well, I'm not changed.
You just need to take off your hat.
You talk as if that were easy.
What do you think fans can expect from this film without giving too much away, obviously?
I think they can expect everything that they loved about the series, but bigger and even more beautiful and more detailed. And I think that having several new characters come into the mix that affect the lives of the characters that we already know and love is kind of brings a new energy. And I hope that fans will respond really well to that, because often it's bettering the lives of a lot of the characters that people really respond to.
What is it? The King and Queen are coming to stay.
What? Here we go.
And what kind of feeling do you hope that people will walk away with when they leave the cinema?
I hope that they've had a wonderful escaping time for 2 hours, and they've been able to be drawn into another world. And it is a page turner. I mean, it's like a novel, and you turn the pages and you want to know what's going to happen next, and you want to know what's happening to your favourite character. So I think for all those reasons, an audience will, if they've enjoyed the series, I think they will get a lot from the film.
I am the King's butler. We have come to Downton in advance of their Majesties.
The royal butler's terribly scary.
Stay out of our way.
And obviously, speaking of characters, there's lots of great characters in the series. What was your favourite character other than your own from the series?
Oh, you can't say that. I can't possibly say that. There are too many that we like too much. No, I'm very fond of every single one of them. They all contribute their bit, and I couldn't pick one out, really.
Yeah, I forgot how many
Yes,
characters
and I
there
was
were
thinking
actually.
about that actually there are a lot of stories and a lot of people's lives and a lot of twists and turns that they take.
And also some that aren't in the film that we were very fond of too. So who've either their storyline is finished or they've moved on or whatever. And some of them came back. So there were a lot of people who've been involved with Downton over the years who have contributed a lot that we don't see in the film, but their contribution has gone into actually being able to make the film, really.
Can I help you at all?
I'm Lady Bagshaw's maid.
Might as well admit, I like her.
She is a scheming little minx. What piffle you talk.
There is no need to argue.
I never argue. I explain.
And obviously, the house plays a really big part of this story. Was there a specific room in the house that you filmed in that was like very special to you, or that you really enjoyed being in?
I think all the rooms were big reception rooms, and they weren't particularly. They weren't that particularly. I mean, they were lovely rooms, but the main thing about Downton, as far as I'm concerned, is the exterior and those wonderful cedars of Lebanon and the beautiful proportions of that house, and actually seen over a filming period. You see it in all different lights at different times of the day, and when the sun comes across the lawn and makes those long shadows come the early evening, it is really, really, really beautiful.
I have to say, I did love being in the dining room.
The dining room was a lovely room.
And it was because I've watched the series, and then I think, I'm in. It's like to find. When I first went to Venice, I thought I feel like I'm in a painting.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm in a painting. Look at this staggeringly beautiful place. And in that dining room, and the lighting, and the costumes, and the makeup, and everything just looks so authentic and perfect. And you sort of pinch yourself, and I'm sitting here in the dining room and having very nice food, I have to add.
Yes.
Very tasty.
And food of the period.
Yeah.
We had a special period cook who could cook the food, who we only served food they would have eaten at the time.
It's not right for us to be humiliated in this way.
Excuse me.
We want to defend Downton's honour.
We think we should fight back.
This is treason.
As a cinema chain, one of the things that we always like to ask people is, what is your favourite part about going to the cinema and watching a film there?
I think something nice about their shared experience of it, but still feeling kind of anonymous, they're sitting there in the dark. I think it's something really magical about, you know, there's 2 hours or, you know, hour and a half where your attention is completely on one thing, and there's no going on your phone or no, you know, doing anything else, talking to anyone else. I think so. You don't get that in your living room now, especially with all the distractions. I think it's something really unique to sit with a group of people and feel how they respond to the film, feel how it's different to how you feel about it, and to really focus your attention. I think it's total escapism, and it's something quite magic about that you don't get.
I couldn't agree more, and I think that there are things that the films that are made for cinemas are slightly diminished by being seen on the smaller screen. And so when you see them, there are certain films I would never see on television because you need to see them in a cinema surrounded by other people, as Tuppence said. And given that broad canvas, it's terribly important.
Yeah, it sort of breaks my heart.
Downton,
sorry, go on.
Sorry, I was just going to say, I think Downton is an example. The film of Downton is an example of that, because there's some wonderful set pieces which really do work because we've got that big screen.
It breaks my heart when I see people watching a film on something, you know, like that big, and I think of the director of photography. I think of the trouble, the lighting, and the costumes, and it's just reduced to that. And some things are fine to watch in that. I don't know quite what they are, but I think something like Downton to watch. And also remember that Downton's only been watched in people's sitting rooms, so now it really lends itself to having an audience. And last night was I saw it first time with an audience, and it cries out for a group outing. It really does.
Here they come now. Mr. Mosley.
Your Majesties, welcome to Downton Abbey.